Good morning, children. Today we are going to start Unit 4 of our Marigold book. And the name of the lesson is A Little Fish Story. So take out your books. Page number is 38. First I am going to read and then I will explain. So all of you put your finger on the lines. A Little Fish Story. There are a great many million fish in the seas, but this story is about just one of them and a very small one at that. Now this little fish had everything in the seas to make him contented, but he was not happy. You will laugh when I tell you why he was not. He was unhappy because he was so very small. So children, there are a great many million fish in the sea. But this story is about one of them, a very little fish. Actually, this fish had everything in the sea to make him contented. Here the meaning of the word contented is happy and satisfied. He had everything in the sea to make him happy or satisfied, but he was not at all happy. And he will laugh when you will know the reason why he was not happy. He was unhappy because he was so very small. His size was very small. It is very hard to be such a little mite of a fish, he would say over and over again. If I were only larger, how much happier I could be. And he said it so many times that I think he believed it. And the only question which haunted the mind of this little fish was regarding his size. And he always thought that he is like a mite. A mite is a tiny creature like a spider that lives on plants and animals. And he thought it is hard to be such a mite. One day he was swimming along with the rest of his school and thinking, no doubt, how much more larger fish had to be thankful for than he, when suddenly with no warning they found themselves in the meshes of a great net. What happened one day? One day this little fish was swimming with the rest of his school. Here the word school is a collective noun, and school here means a group of fish or a collection of fish. So as swimming and thinking how much thankful the larger fishes are because of their size, and while thinking, all of them found themselves in the meshes of a great net without any warning. Immediately, the school of fish found themselves in the meshes. Meshes here means a material like a net. It means all the fish were caught in the net. There was much floundering and splashing as the net was drawn up out of the water into the sunlight, and just as its hull was being emptied into the boat, the smallest fish in the school wriggled through the mesh and slipped back into the cool, clear water. How good it felt. Now see, when all the fish were emptied into a boat, the fish were pulled out of the water and they were brought in the sunlight and they were emptied into the boat. At that time, this little fish was able to slip from the meshes of the net and is slipped into the water of the sea. So children, how this was possible? Can you tell me? This was possible because of the size of the small fish, as it was so small. It slipped and the rest of the fish were caught. And how good it felt at that time when it slipped back into the water of the sea. He swam here and there and everywhere, and some of the fish who knew him well all the rest of his life said that they never again heard him say that he wished to be anything but a little fish. And you know, this little fish was so happy that till the rest of his life, his other friends never heard him again complaining about his size. And he never again wished to be a fish who was large in size or somewhat like that. So what is the moral of the story? The moral is that we must be happy and satisfied with whatever we have or God has given us. Okay? Let us see the word meanings also. Million. Million means a very large amount. Contented, happy and satisfied. Horn. To pull something with a lot of effort and difficulty. Wriggle. Wriggle means to move about. Suddenly. Suddenly means immediately. Warning. Warning means something that tells you to be careful. Floundering. Floundering means be in danger of failing completely. And the last word is splashing. Splashing means to fall or make liquid fall noisily. So I think all of you have understood the story. It is very simple. You watch the video again and again, and in our next class we'll proceed with the question and answers. Thank you.